This Disney Deluxe Hotel has seen a lot of changes recently and has one of the best locations in Disney World. This is everything you need to know before you stay at Disney's Boardwalk Inn Resort. Yep, this is a crash course in Disney's Boardwalk Inn Resort so that you can decide if a stay here is right for you and know what to expect from this hotel. Now, this is a deluxe resort themed around a turn-of-the-century Atlantic City resort. It is rather small with just 378 rooms, as well as some Disney Vacation Club villa options. I mentioned this resort has changed a lot. There is actively still refurbishment happening around the hotel, as you can literally see as we're walking in. But the rooms have seen refurbishment, aspects of the lobby, there's new dining options, basically a lot of updates to this hotel. We're giving a nice quick overview crash course today, but if you are really curious about all the ways the Boardwalk has changed, you can check out our latest Boardwalk Inn tour on the channel. Now, Boardwalk Inn is situated on Disney's Boardwalk, which is a shopping, entertainment, and dining area right outside of Epcot. Much smaller than Disney Springs. And we kind of are going to talk about it as if it's included with the Boardwalk Hotel, but that is right out here. You may have gathered that this hotel is located in the Epcot Resort area with very easy access to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You can boat or even walk, as well as the other Epcot area hotels like Swan and Dolphin or Disney's Yacht and Beach Club resorts. Now, another of the great things about Boardwalk is that as a deluxe hotel, you are going to have those Disney perks, including the ones that are exclusive to deluxe hotels. So like all Disney hotels, you'll get things like transportation, early theme park entry, and access to the Disney dining plan. But as a deluxe, you'll also get those extended evening hours as well, where you can stay in the park after other guests. Now that we've got a bit of an overview, let's talk a little bit about the rooms. Now, the Boardwalk rooms are actually the rooms that you can see up high on these buildings here, which is really cool. There are lots of options, including standard rooms, garden view rooms, water view rooms, and then there's also king bed and concierge options with all those views. There's also some Disney Vacation Club studio and villa options. That is Disney's timeshare program. And the rooms have recently been updated with a pleasant, homey turn-of-the-century vibe. The deluxe resort, of course, means larger rooms with plenty of space and more amenities. And in 2024, rooms are starting at $641 at this hotel, so they're some of the more expensive rooms in Disney World. Now, while we're out here on the Boardwalk, let's talk recreation. The Boardwalk is pretty slow right now. That is because it is the middle of a park day, one, so lots of people are in the theme parks, and two, we actually have some severe weather coming in this afternoon, so I think there's just a little bit less activity than usual. But typically, this is a pretty hype place. In fact, this is where you'll find the most nightlife in all of Disney World. Disney Springs often closes at 11, whereas the Boardwalk has locations that are often open until 2 a.m. One of my favorite things about the Boardwalk are these Surrey bike rentals, where you can bike around the Boardwalk and around the other Epcot hotels with your family. I have seen some families seriously struggling to get up a hill in these, I'll tell you, which I don't blame them. I don't think it would be easy when you're the mom and you've got 4 kids in there who aren't pedaling. Seasonally, you can also find midway games, jugglers, entertainers, hand wax molds, food vendors, and magic shows out here on the Boardwalk. More of that is going to be more likely in the summer when it's more crowded, the busier season, but I've seen them year round. The Boardwalk also has its shopping with Screen Door General Store and Thimbles and Threads, which is kind of just more Screen Door General Store. Don't tell them I told you. And you can find some great recreation around the hotel as well. This lawn is where you'll find lawn games sometimes, as well as movies under the stars. There is a croquet court. And since this hotel does have Disney Vacation Club options, there is a community hall where you can get bike rentals, tubes, noodles, tennis rackets, and more. And you can even ask about fishing trips and the tennis court reservations there. Now, whenever you're staying in a hotel, I always recommend checking out their recreation sign. Usually these are posted by the pool, but there is one right here. You can typically see things like their movies under the stars or campfires, but there's also some more unique things, such as they have family wellness yoga here out on the lawn. They've got some upcharge activities like Mickey tie-dye, boardwalk beads. They talk about the Sideshow Games arcade. So when you check in, I just recommend checking out the resort activities, because you never know what could be a big plus to your resort day. There is a health club at this resort with Muscles and Bustles Health Club. So if you are the workout on vacation type, they've got you covered. And we are headed this way towards Luna Park Pool. You'll see it's a pretty large pool. It has the very fun roller coaster themed Keister Coaster water slide. Now, if you remember a few years ago, this water slide used to be a lot scarier, a lot clownier. So luckily they've made some edits. This pool is themed as a turn-of-the-century carnival, which is super cute. It does have leaping horse libations, the pool bar nearby, and there is another pool as well in the DVC section of the resort, which is called the Inn Pool. It's just a little bit quieter, and you have access to that whether you're staying in a DVC room or a regular room. Speaking of leaping horse libations, I think we should talk about the dining options here, and there are a lot. This is very funny because it looks like the arcade keeps going, but then instead when you get to the next window, it's a gym. Since we are outside, we'll start with the dining that is available out here on the boardwalk. Again, technically more a part of the boardwalk than Boardwalk Inn Resort, but we're gonna count it anyway since it's such a short walk. All the way on the far left of the boardwalk is Atlantic Dance Hall. This is kind of a stretch to call this even a bar. They do have bars in there, but it's really more of like a dance hall, what it sounds like. On most nights, they play music videos in there with the lyrics on the screen, and no one's in there. We actually love it. We go a lot to Atlantic Dance Hall for fun. Just it's a great place to like have a drink, watch a music video like you're in the 2002, and then dance with your friends, especially when no one's around. Sometimes it feels like you've rented the place out. The Boardwalk is also home to Jelly Rolls. This is that most famous nightlife establishment in Disney World. It actually has been ranked as one of the top 10 bars in the country, which is really wild. But Jelly Rolls is a dueling piano bar. So there are two pianists. They take requests. They duel, not with their fists, with their keys, obviously. And it's just an awesome time. We absolutely love Jelly Rolls. The drinks are good. It's a really fun night, but it's definitely one of the more like nightlife options in Disney World. On the other side here, the first spot you'll see is Flying Fish. This is a table service restaurant that serves gourmet seafood and has an emphasis on sustainability. This is one of the very few restaurants that I have not dined at in Disney World, and it is certainly on my list as I love seafood. If you've been to Flying Fish, let me know in the comments. And if you would like to see a review of Flying Fish on the channel, also let me know in the comments. Just next door is one of my favorite bars in Disney World. This is Abracadabar. This is a magician's lounge. So it's got a very heavy magic theme. And according to the story, you can still feel the magic in the air at this former secret haunt of boardwalk magicians and entertainers, a group that mysteriously vanished over 70 years ago. There's a lot of really interesting elements of this bar, and the magician theme is super fun. Open sesame. So I highly recommend it. The drinks are all like magic themed. They have color changing drinks. So Abracadabar is a really good one. You can see me review Abracadabar and my full tour of Walt Disney World's Boardwalk Hotel. Just next door is Trattoria Al Forno. Now Trattoria Al Forno is an Italian restaurant that is considered very popular. They're known for their seasonal risotto and their Italian wines. This is a very popular restaurant, though a little bit understated. People don't talk about it a ton, but a lot of AllEars fans are big fans of this one. We hear about it on the site a lot and in our comments, and we do have a review of this one up on the channel. So if you're an Italian cuisine fan, you might want to check out the Trattoria Al Forno. Also, just off of Trattoria Al Forno is the pizza window. This window is one where Emma used to work when she was in her college program here, and it's also a great spot to grab some cheese or pepperoni pizza. I hear the pizza's not as good as it used to be, but I love a quick slice anytime. Now we've got some interesting stands here. We've got Boardwalk Joes Marvelous, that's so hard to say. Boardwalk Joes Marvelous Margaritas. Oh boy, oh joy, let's go to Joe's. And they've got a lot of beers. They have a full liquor bar as well as a bunch of different margarita options. They even have Dole Whip pineapple and Mickey pretzels. So this is a great place to grab your like classic snacks as well as your drinks when you are hanging out on the boardwalk. And then over here, we've got a stand that you'll notice is surrounded by bushes, and that's because this one is currently under construction to become Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs. Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs is a very popular location in Disneyland at Downtown Disney, which has a bunch of different corn dog varieties. People love it. It's also where the infamous pickle dog is. You know, you may be seen it. It's like a pickle corn dog, and you dip it in peanut butter. I've had it, I liked it. You tell me if that sounds horrendous or good. Just next door to the pizza window across from Boardwalk Joes is Boardwalk Deli. This is as it sounds, it's a classic deli. You're looking at sandwiches, you're looking at croissants, coffees and things like that. It's great for breakfast, great for lunch. And we have a full review on the channel of the full menu at Boardwalk Deli. So if you're interested or staying at the Boardwalk, you can check that out ahead of your stay. Then there's also ice cream at Boardwalk Ice Cream. This is just a classic ice cream shop. Great place to grab a sundae or a couple scoops. You cannot beat a cold cone of ice cream, and you really can't walk on a boardwalk with a vibe like this without wanting some ice cream, you know? Then we've got some more construction here. The former home of the ESPN Club is going to be the Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers. Now this spot looks like it's gonna be pretty interesting. It looks like they're gonna have cakes and high tea offerings. I think I saw something about like a champagne bar. So it should be pretty unique. We will definitely be checking it out when it opens and we'll let you know what we think. Now we still have some more options inside the sort of lobby area of the boardwalk, but if all of that isn't enough for you, you can also walk or boat to any of the other hotels on Crescent Lake or head into Epcot or Hollywood Studios if you had park admission to open up a whole new world of dining. Let's head inside to check out a couple underrated spots in my opinion. And am I gonna get a coffee? Maybe. Oh, there's some friends here hanging out. Hi, Daisy. I'm popping over this way. This is the lobby. It's not the grandest, but it is still very comforting and sweet. What's funny in the lobby are these guys. These are the nanny chairs. And the story is that they're haunted and they scurry about the hotel at night. So hopefully that doesn't give you nightmares, but it does sometimes give me nightmares. Just off the lobby, you will find Carousel Coffee. This is a small coffee shop with some grab-and-go pastries, specialty coffees, hot teas, things like that. They even have some alcoholic beverages. And it's relatively new to the hotel. And I just love having an actual coffee bar in my hotel, which cannot be said for all Disney hotels and not even all deluxe Disney hotels. So I'm really excited about this addition. Then just on the hallway on the other half of the lobby, you'll find Bellevue Lounge. Now, Bellevue Lounge is a very delightful space, which is of course kind of the lobby bar. This is one of those, if you need some peace and quiet, sit away from everyone. You can see that it's got lounge hours, so it's open late, 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. And it's gonna be some nice cocktails and things like that in a very serene, quiet space. So definitely recommend Bellevue Lounge if you're looking for something like that during your stay. Now it's back outside where I can be loud again. Not that loud, but louder than inside. To talk about transportation. So, like I said, this is one of the best locations in Disney World. The hotels around Crescent Lake are the only ones where you can actually walk to 2 different Disney World parks, which is really amazing. Because if you're in Disney World, your priority is probably the parks, and being able to walk is a really big deal. So is being able to get back super quickly on a boat. For transportation at the boardwalk, you can find a boat to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You can walk to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You can walk to Skyliner to Riviera, Caribbean Beach Resort, Pop Century Resort, Art of Animation Resort, and Hollywood Studios. That Skyliner entrance is over by Epcot, so it's a little bit of a haul. And you can bus pretty much anywhere else. Now, busing, obviously the least exciting of those options. However, the buses are how you're going to get to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. It's a must. They do come every 20 minutes, so it isn't too much of a hassle. Now it's time to decide if you should get booking or keep looking. You should get booking at Boardwalk if you're a fan of nightlife. This is by far the best place in Disney World to experience nightlife. It's got locations that are open later than anywhere else. You should also get booking if you plan to spend a ton of time at your hotel. Boardwalk deserves a resort day. If you've got resort days to spend, you should look at Boardwalk. There's a ton to do here, and it's just a great place to hang out. You could have a wonderful vacation without even leaving Boardwalk Hotel. You should also get booking if you want a prime location. Boardwalk has one of the best locations in Disney World, so it's a great option for that. Now you should keep looking if you want to avoid a splurge. This hotel is expensive and there are a lot of awesome options, even some right next door, Swan and Dolphin, that are a lot cheaper and still give you some of the same perks. You should also keep looking if you don't plan to spend any time at your hotel. If you are a park open and park closed kind of person, I just go to my hotel to sleep. Don't waste your money paying for all the amenities you're not gonna use. Go somewhere like Pop Century or an All-Star where you can just lay your head at night. You also might want to keep looking if you're not a fan of the turn of the century theme. Some folks think the boardwalk theme is just a little off-putting. Some folks even think it's creepy with the nanny chairs. So if it's just not your choice, you can always keep looking. Now, if you do decide to keep looking, I have ranked every single Disney World Resort hotel on our channel in one video. I've stayed in every single one, toured every single one for the channel, so I think I know what I'm talking about. I can help so that you can pick out which resort is right for you. And once you have your eye on one, you can check out my full tour. If you like this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, and now go watch our latest full tour of the refurbished Disney's Boardwalk and Resort. I'll see you there.